Well, I found the steep bit. I'm just taking a pause before I go down there, and I think that is Ponferrada. Not sure. We'll go through there tomorrow. Basically, we're just getting down the bottom of this hill to Molinseca. You probably don't pronounce it like that, but it's the best I can do, am I right? So I just thought I'd pause at this point because I've been posting a bit on the blog, but I haven't really sort of done a chapter camera on how things are going, and that's probably a good time to do that. Buen Camino. And I'm not going to talk about gear or where to stay and things like that. I'll do that at the end of the blog, because I know lots of people worry about that kind of stuff. What should I carry? What should I use? Where should I stay? The only thing I would say at this point is don't stress about it. But if anyone's interested, I'll cover all of that at the end. No, I really just wanted to, I guess, assess where I'm at in the journey. Because how many days have I been walking? People ask me, and I never know. Today's the 26th, so probably 28 days with 2 rest days. And I think I worked out this morning I've got 9 more walking days and 1 more rest day. Just on the rest days, I came on this thinking I'm not actually going to have a rest day. What I'll do is, when I'm feeling tired, I'll just do a short day. That soon went out the window. People say whatever you plan to do generally goes out the window. Well, certainly in my state of health and fitness, my body just couldn't cope with it. I actually do need a full day's rest. So I went 2 weeks, I think, before the first rest day. That was all right. And then it was like another week, and it'll be a week, I think, till the next rest in Syria. It's been a really interesting journey. I mean, if you've been following this, I've sort of gone through those phases of that first week was all about the physical challenge and overcoming that and just getting used to the daily routines. Just a tip on backpacks. Watch this one as it goes past. And then that second week was very much Buen Camino. That second week was very much about starting to let go, just accept what happens, and really getting into the sort of emotional and spiritual part of the journey. That second week was probably my best part of the Camino. And it's interesting, I was talking to some people at dinner the other night, talking to Bob and Steve. And Steve and I had both had sort of, revelations or epiphanies, if you want to call it, at various stages through the Camino. And, we'd suddenly realise things, or, the Camino would reveal things to us, and Bob hadn't. And I think he was feeling, like his Camino hadn't happened yet. So, Buen Camino. And I would just say, don't expect there to be bolts of lightning and revelations and things, but do walk with an open mind and an open heart, and just kind of see what happens. And I think a lot of people don't do that, and just be accepting of whatever's going to happen. And sometimes amazing things do happen. That was kind of a downside for me, I think, because I was getting those really deep sort of emotional and spiritual connections in like week 2. And that's why, if you've been following the blog, probably week 3, I was a bit glum, like, what now? I've got to walk for another 2 or 3 weeks. I've gone through all of these great experiences, deeper connection with myself and perhaps developing a bit of faith, some great mental processing going on. Emotionally, it was fantastic. And again, I was talking to some people at dinner a few days ago, because I've been going through this kind of, down period. And look, everybody does on the Camino. Everyone I've spoken to has had highs and lows. And everybody at some stage has said, do I really want to continue this? Is it time to go home? Just work through it. That's natural. But I'd had this, a few days of really being glum, thinking, well, what's going to happen in the next 2 weeks? Have I just got to walk every day? Because this is getting pretty monotonous. So I gave myself a kick up the backside and and got on with it. And I'm now, sort of reconnected with the whole process and the walk, and really trying to stay positive every day, even though, things hurt. And, that's a tip when you come on the Camino. You will hurt, emotionally and physically. Look, there's probably 5% of people who are really young and fit who are breezing through this. Most people I've spoken to and looked at as we're walking are hurting. They've either got blisters, they've got tendonitis, they've got shin splints, they've got sore hips, sore knees. You just learn to manage that. And the lady who went past with the huge backpack, you don't want to intrude, but I almost feel like pulling her aside and saying, do you know why you're hurting so much? Look at the size of your backpack. So yeah, you're going to go through all of that. It's going to be interesting to see what the next sort of 9 walking days bring, because all of that really cool stuff early on, maybe there's more of that coming. Maybe it's just kind of relaxing now and settling into the rhythm and enjoying the journey. Really looking forward to getting to Santiago. I won't have time, unfortunately, to go on to Finisterre or Murcia. I wanted to, but I really do need to get back home. Hola, buen camino. But I'm thinking I might take a bus trip out there just so I can see it. The main thing is to get to Santiago. So yeah, it was kind of just a few thoughts as how far are we through this now? About 3/4 of the way, just over 200 kilometres to go. I thought I'd just record some thoughts on how it's all gone so far and what might happen over the next 10 days. I didn't quite expect this parade of people coming past. I thought I'd found a quiet spot, but that gives you an idea of what it's like too. Isn't this scenery fantastic? I just love this being up in the mountains. I really didn't enjoy that flat bit through the Meseta. I think that probably got me down a bit. But it's like life. You've got to take with the good and the bad. So this, I think, is the steep bit. In the Brearley guide, it said there's a new track that follows the road. I didn't see it. This looks like the old original track, and I think here it starts to get really steep. But it's okay. It's looking all right so far. What is really hard work is the tracks that are like rocky riverbeds. That is just hard work, because your feet are constantly going like this, and you're going to get blisters and roll your ankles and that kind of thing. So I actually walked a couple of k's on the road earlier to avoid all of that. Let's get on. Down there, somewhere. Now it's spelled Acebo, which is probably pronounced Acebo or Acebo, I don't know. That's the next place in about 5 or 6 k's, and I'll certainly be taking a break there. Talk to you soon. Buen camino. Are we going the right way? Are we going the right way?
Yes.
I'm following the arrow on your hat.
We're talking to the social one.
Yeah, I'm doing a selfie movie. Oh yeah. Hi mate, how you going?
Where are you from?
Sydney, Australia.
Oh, fantastic. Melbourne.
Melbourne, another bloody Aussie. That's 34 now, I think.
Oh, really?
I'll see you down the trail, mate.